All right, everyone, welcome back to TROOPZ Arsenal podcast. Welcome to the podcast. If you're new and if you're old, welcome back. My name is Kosi, and we're going to be discussing rather a very interesting transfer story. I think Arsenal started doing underground business, if this is true, or if rumors were to be believed. Smash the like button, get your subscriptions in, and I'm going to be discussing much more of TROOPZ to Arsenal. Many rumors have actually linked him with Arsenal. I know this is not the first time you're hearing about this story, so don't play dumb. I'm going to be discussing much of his abilities, what he would add to Arsenal, what is around, what is written around him, and what exactly are his statistics. Because there are times when we've signed players like Marouane Chamakh, and I'm like, really, is he the kind of player that we need? So much about TROOPZ, you're going to learn much about TROOPZ in this video. But do me a favor and smash that like button if you like the video. Now, the truth is, I saw this story 2 or 3 days ago, and I was not interested because it was from The Sun. And truly, me and The Sun, we are not the best. We are not on the best of terms, especially, due to their reputation that they're not a very trustworthy source of news, and they always write. They're like out offside, aren't they? They're always offside of stories. But after some time, I think 24 hours later, I look at this story and it is all over the internet. It's all over blogs, and I was like, okay, who is TROOPZ and why are we actually linked with him? So he is a Sporting Lisbon striker. We are going to be discussing that and more after you guys actually give me some time. So let's get the party started. According to this fan-sided blog, Arsenal are close to finalizing a 20 million signing of Sporting Lisbon's TROOPZ ahead of bringing the striker to North London in the summer. Who is understandable response. Now, the 18-year-old broke into this the Sporting first team at the tail end of previous campaign, since becoming a regular feature in the 2020-2021 season with 18 appearances in La Liga Nos, 8 of which were starts. A return of 2 goals and 2 assists from the 23 senior outings is hardly worth shouting about, but Edu has nonetheless been hugely impressed, working on a deal with the opposite number, Hugo Viana, at Sporting. A move has been in the offing for a number of weeks. Now, they quote The Sun writing that Arsenal are close to finalizing a cut price 20 million move for Sporting Lisbon TNS TROOPZ, and the link is below. So much of my interest in this video actually is going to be discovering who is TROOPZ, what does he offer to Arsenal, why do we need to sign him? He is an 18-year-old striker. 20 million pounds. Now that's a lot of money for Arsenal to invest, to invest in an 18-year-old striker. The question is, do we need a striker? I'm going to be talking about that and more. The truth is, I think we need a striker. I think Arsenal is, it's high time we brought in a younger striker. And if Edu actually pulls off such a deal, whether it works in the short term or in the long run, I'm gonna give him credit. I'm gonna give him big huge amount of credit, because he, that means he can foresee Aubameyang getting old, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang getting old, and Alexander Lacazette really not working out. He is also old as well. I'll give him a lot of credit if actually he pulls off such a deal to get in a young striker. But much of this work is going to be really looking at the statistics of this guy from Infogol, actually, or Infogol, or you can call them wherever you like, but they're a very trusted website, and that's what we are going to be using to actually look at his statistics and what he can actually offer Arsenal when he joins, maybe in the summer. So let's go down. TROOPZ is 19 years of age according to this website, or actually turning 19. He was born in 2002 on the 16th of June. Yeah, his height is 180 centimeters. Squad number is 19. Comes from Portugal, 69 kilograms, and he signed on the 30th of June 2020. That leaves his contract that means he has only signed his contract, not so. Last year, so that means he still has a long contract to go with with Sporting. But if you look at the matches he has played, he has actually played 10 matches. He's played 8 matches. He has started 8 matches, 10 matches. He has come from the bench. He's played 956 minutes in total, and of course, minutes per match. He's played 53 minutes per match. That's good. That's good. His rating at Infogol stands at 6.47. That's not bad. That's not bad for an 18-year-old or 20-year-old. You can call him wherever you want. He's scored 2 goals, and his XG, or expected number of goals per game, is 2.72. Now look, there are not so many players of his age that have such an XG, 2.72. That is quite brilliant. Now, I don't mean to, I'm not a whistleblower. I'm not blowing whistles for him because I really do not know much about him. And I did go to YouTube because, like I said at the beginning of the video, I would like this channel now to tilt more to statistics and evidence more than my personal opinion. I know many of you like my opinion, and at the end of videos I'll be providing that. Shots, he's out of the 976 minutes he's played, he has had 20 shots on goal. He's had 8 shots on target, 8 shots off target, 4 blocked shots. He's been offside 4 times, and he has been fouled 12 times. Now, if you have a striker like this, at least a striker who can get 20 shots on target, 20 shots on goal in 1,000 hours, that could be brilliant. You can that means he has a lot of potential. You can mold him into that kind of striker that you actually want. He's been fouled 12 times, and just imagine if you have a striker who is actually fouled 10 times per 8 games, and 5 or 6 of those fouls come inside the penalty area. I think you're in business. I think Arsenal would have got someone, because for me my problem with Alexander Lacazette and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is, you are strikers, they are strikers, but they are never in that penalty area. They are never there. They are always stretching play wide, which is not bad, because if you look at Alexander Lacazette, he plays so deep. How many times have we seen Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang getting fouled in the penalty area? I mean, there's so few, aren't they? How many times have we seen Alexander Lacazette getting fouled into the penalty area? There are very few, because Lacazette plays a little bit more deeper, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang actually stretches play to the left or to the right, which is also not bad, but they leave a lot of space in the penalty area, which could be, of course, occupied by players like Saka, Odegaard, Emile Smith-Rowe, whoever is in there. But I think we need that kind of Eduardo striker. We need that kind of Van Persie striker who gets that ball and glues it to his feet inside the penalty box, take it away, or foul him, and we get the penalty. Let's look at his passing. Actually, he has 1 assist in all the games he's played. His expected assist ratio is at 2.01. That is also interesting. That is also amazing. At least, he's expected to make 2 assists whenever he appears, or 2 assists per 90, we should say. His passes, he has made 193 passes for a striker. That actually means that he is able to to get involved in play, which is also not bad. Completed passes, he has 128 passes, and then completed passes percentage, that is 66%. He needs to work on that, but he is still young. Like I said, he still has so many things to learn. His defending, he has 13 tackles in 976 minutes. Successful of them are 8, and his tackle successful ratio is 62%. Now, that makes him an identical or identical to Alexander Lacazette. Because why many fans and why many people actually like Lacazette is his ability to fall back, and when we do not have the ball, and also his ball retention ability, and that shows that Thiago Thomas also has such things. Let's look at the discipline. He has made 12 fouls, 2 yellow cards, and he doesn't have a red card. Too early to judge. I can't really judge him as a very disciplined player though on there. But if you look at the players he has played, if the last 5 games he's played, 1 draw and 5 wins. Of course, that is the a collective effort for the team. But this is a little bio about the player provided by Infogol, and they're saying Thiago Thomas is a striker for Portuguese Premier Liga club Sporting Lisbon. Thiago Thomas joined Sporting Lisbon on the 30th of June 2020, and their squad number is 19. Thomas comes from Portugal, and his current age is 18. Date of birth is 16th June 2002. His height is 180 centimeters and weight is 69 kilograms. In the Portuguese Premier Liga season 2020-2021, Thiago Thomas has played 8 matches plus 10 as a sub. They have, he has, look, I don't know why they're saying they, but this is typically wrong English, none so. He has 8 shots on target from a total of 16 shots, and has scored 2 goals. That is, of course, making his expected goal ratio raised to 2.72. Thomas averages 11 passes per match with a pass completion of 66% and 1 assist. Thiago has received 2 yellow cards and no red cards. The average Infogol player rating for Thiago Thomas in the Portuguese Premier Liga is 6.47. The last match for Thiago was against Gil Vicente in the Portuguese Premier Liga, when the match result was 1-2 in favor of Lisbon away. And of course, Thiago received a 7.30 Infogol rating in that one. Sporting Lisbon will play their next fixture. Blah 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 blah. Of course, I'm not much interested in Sporting, but I was interested in their young talent, Thiago Thomas. So that is it, guys. That is all about the rating, the statistics, and all we need to know about the player in terms of statistics. Now, the big question is, do Arsenal actually need a player like Thiago Thomas? He is young, and of course, we know now, Arsenal must be investing in the squad. We must be reinvesting in our squad because we have let a couple of players go. Probably Alexander Lacazette might leave in the summer. We've seen Ozil leave. We've seen Socrates leave. We know after clearing out the deadwood, we shall have to, work out things. We will have to actually go out there and reinvest in the squad, which is also not something bad. But the question and the big question in the big picture is actually is Arsenal going to sign this guy? Now that remains to be answered by time, probably in the summer. But I think we need a striker. I don't rate Thiago Thomas because I do not know much about him. But I've already said Arsenal needs a player like Oden Edward. Arsenal needs a player like like Patson Daka. We need a player like Calvert-Lewin. We need a player like Jamie Vardy. You need a player who can score goals. I'm not recommending those names to Arsenal right now, but what I mean is you need a reliable goal source. Some like Moussa Dembele at Lyon or Atletico Madrid now. Someone like Luis Suarez. If you look at all the clubs that are actually triumphant right now, they have a secure source of goals. Look at United. If it were not for Bruno Fernandes right now, things would be different, won't they? If you look at clubs like Barcelona, they're struggling because they had a source of goals that was a little bit secure. Now they have lost it. You look at Liverpool, they can't score because none of the 3 or none of the 4 strikers they have, or forwards they have, is taking on the responsibility to be that regular goal getter. So, and Arsenal, we have seen that it has been happening. Lacazette and Aubameyang, they've been fooling us around, and goals are not coming this season, and we've been in an absolutely awkward decision. So what I think is we need to go out there and sign a striker. My opinions about Thiago Thomas won't change. I don't know much about him, so I cannot actually hail Arsenal or Edu. Thank you so much, you bro. No, I can't do that. But I think we do need a striker in the summer, and I think, it is going to be a very big milestone if actually Arsenal go out there and sign a striker. Now, like I said, I'm going to be doing much of these videos, especially recommending players for Arsenal, like transfer scouting for Arsenal, and I'll be doing match previews, transfer gossip, Arsenal news. Of course, you know that, I'm the best at that. When it comes to Arsenal news, I'll give you whatever actually pops out behind, the scenes, and of course in front of the scenes. So, use the comment box and tell me what you think about this guy, Thiago Thomas. He is a striker who's played 976 minutes for Sporting Lisbon and scored 2 goals and 2 assists. I can't judge him on that. Look, I just can't judge him on that because he is 18 years of age, for Christ's sake. There is no way. I know there are so many young players out there that are actually ridiculously good, and they are big careers, but maybe he's still developing. Should he actually get a chance at Arsenal, or you think this is another big wastage of time? Smash a like on this video, get your subscriptions in, comment about what you think about Thiago Thomas coming to Arsenal, and I'll speak to you in the next video.